The advice I would give to the upcoming cheerleaders is to stick it out, and if you have bad days, don't try and give up or decide to quit. You gotta stick it out because you'll have your good days, and they're 10 times better than the bad days you'll have on the team. And it's better to have a family to stick by in your high school years than to be by yourself in the crowd. My most memorable moment on the team is making the team because I didn't think I was gonna make it. I was really some trash. I really was. But I've glowed up now, and I was just happy to be on the team, and I'm glad that I tried out because I didn't want to at first because I was scared, but it was worth it. Dudley High School's cheerleading program is the best in Guilford County, period. Coach T has taught me to be more confident in myself and to just be me, because I didn't think I felt like I fit in because I came from a white school when I first started cheering, and Coach T was just always there pushing me, and she made me the cheerleader I am today.
For all the cheerleaders that might be watching that plan on trying out for us for this upcoming football season, I would advise you to forget everything you learned in middle school, or even if it's like your sophomore year or whatever you learned before, or even if you're new at cheerleading, because once you get here, you're gonna learn a totally different style because we don't cheer like anybody else in the triad. So my most memorable moment on the team was one of our very first basketball practices for this season. Our coach said that we could pick any spot we want, so everybody was kind of like, this is new. So when we sat down, I knew it was a trick. She was like, y'all about to try out for the spots if you don't want them. And then of course I was just sitting there like, dang, I hope don't nobody come stand beside me because I'm not battling for this. Dudley High School's cheerleading program is truly one of a kind, truly. Coach T has taught me everything. If you would have saw me my sophomore year to now, you wouldn't believe that I was the same person. Like, that's how far she brought me up as a cheerleader and a person.
The advice I would give to upcoming cheerleaders for the new season would be to give it all you have. Don't quit, even though it seems that it's hard. There are people looking at you to see what you're doing. So be that example, be that role model for people that also want to try out. Make sure you are giving it 110%. My most memorable moment on the on the team would be the football team going to the state championship, because as a senior you want your football team to go all the way. You want your school to do their best in everything, and just winning the state championship was just wonderful. Dudley High School's cheerleading program helped strengthen my self-esteem, because at another school they didn't really take pride in their cheerleading program. And they also didn't take pride in what the cheerleaders looked like. They didn't care if you were messing up all the time. They didn't care if your hair looked this way, if you looked this way. It was like, you're on your own. Coach T has taught me a lot. It hasn't just been with cheerleading. I always call her like a second mom. Coach T, she teaches you about life. She talks to you about school, you know, social life, even cheerleading. She's taught me to love myself for who I am, love your body, because, you know, we shake a lot, and some girls are cautious of how they shake because of their body type. But Coach T is like, love who you are. God made you a certain way, so love who God made you, how God made you.
Some advice that I would give to the upcoming cheerleaders is to make sure that it is your passion to cheer, because if it's not, then you're not going to enjoy yourself. And the other cheerleaders are going to feed off of that vibe that you don't want to be there. And I'd say work hard and make sure you're very disciplined, because it can get tough. You gotta learn how to prioritize to make sure that you got your school needs met versus cheerleading, or vice versa. My most memorable moment was when we went to Charlotte and we did the cheerleading competition down there, Stomp and Shake. I just knew we was gonna go down there and demolish, but then I saw the different styles of cheerleading and I was like, whoa. But it was a pretty good experience. I learned a lot, and I learned to love the other teams that I saw. So you will not find any other coaching staff like ours. You will never find any other cheerleaders like ours. We are one of a kind, and we'll stay that way. When I got here, I was so quiet. I barely said a word to anybody. But Coach T was that inspiration that kept telling me to blossom, to bloom, to get comfortable. And by then, I was going pretty hard. No one expected that of me. And I didn't really expect it for myself. So Coach T taught me to bloom, to blossom, and to go outside the box.